wonderful writer, AnDrEw CoTTo, who came through all over the United States to land in Brooklyn. And is your other book about Brooklyn too? It's not. The Domino Effect,
no,
right?
My first book is
Take this one.
thanks.
Now we're good.
My first book is set in both Queens and a boarding school in New Jersey. So
Yeah, I
it's
saw
related.
that because I had to send you my little boarding school.
And I love that. It was a great song about Choate, yeah.
Yeah.
This is sort of based on, it was set hypothetically in the boarding school where I went for 1 year called Blair Academy in Western New Jersey.
And what kind of experience did you have?
It was pretty tame, and it was fun. I didn't want to go. I was
So why'd you
forced
leave?
to go there. I only went there for 1 year. It was my last year of high school.
Oh.
I was sort of get myself together a year. I guess
To get
you
to
call it.
Lynch?
Yeah,
Lynchfield?
Lynchburg.
Lynchburg.
I know.
Did they lynch people there?
I'm not aware. Not certainly when I was in college.
That's good. That's
Yeah,
good. That's
I know.
good.
It is a tough name.
So, what's your highlight of teaching?
My highlight of teaching?
Yeah.
I love the students. I think teaching
Yeah.
is a really fun thing for me to do, and I don't think I would survive as just a writer if I was just writing all day, and putting on a pot of coffee in the morning, and writing all day, and then waiting for people to come home. I think I'd lose my mind. I enjoy getting out of the house and going and meeting with people, and I love students. I think being in a classroom with students is.
What ages do you teach?
I teach college mostly.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I teach
So they're like there with a purpose.
Yeah, and I teach literature classes and composition classes and creative writing classes. I also do some freelance work in the public schools and middle schools too. I really like that as well. 12-year-old.
Wow.
Great, so.
Good for you.
Thank you. Great. And lots
Wow.
of have you as a teacher.
Thank you.
Yeah. So were you going to read something from the book?
Sure, I'll be happy to read the
Yeah.
back cover.
Yeah.
This book here, AnDrEw Blues, is a mystery, but it's sort of in the realm of what is called a literary mystery, and that it's not the
It's a
formulaic.
Brooklyn mystery.
It all takes place in Brooklyn.
Of course.
And it sort of jumps right, primarily set in Fort Greene, Clinton Hill.
Okay, so you do take the Manhattan Bridge to get there.
Yeah, and it's at a time in the 90s, sort of.
Spike Lee time?
Yeah, but what the publisher called it the dawn of gentrification, which I
Right,
think is
yeah.
really intriguing. And
Yeah.
but it does bounce around to different neighborhoods in the borough too. So this is sort of a walking tour of Brooklyn as a borough as well.
A tree grew there once.
Yes.
I heard that.
Yes.
I heard that.
There's lots of
That was
trees
my
there
first
now.
title, but it was already taken.
Ah,
But
yeah.
what it says on the cover, and I hope I can read this,
Yeah.
is that a beautiful young French girl walks into a bar, nervously lights a cigarette, and begs the bartender for help from finding her missing artist brother. In a moment of weakness, the bartender, a drifter named Caesar Styles with a troubled past and a Sicilian family curse hanging over him, agrees. What follows is a stylish literary mystery set in Brooklyn on the dawn of gentrification. While Caesar is initially trying to earn an honest living at the neighborhood watering hole, his world quickly unravels. In addition to being haunted by the past, including a brother who is intent on settling an old family score, Caesar is being hunted down by a mysterious nemesis known as the Orange Man. Adding to this combustible mix, Caesar is a white man living in a deeply rooted African-American community with decidedly mixed feelings about his presence. In the course of his search for the French girl's missing brother, Caesar tumbles headlong into the shadowy depths of his newly adopted neighborhood, where he ultimately uncovers some of its most sinister secrets. Taking place over the course of one single week, AnDrEw Blues is a tightly paced and gritty urban noir saturated with the rough and tumble atmosphere of early 1990s Brooklyn.
So, do you have a favorite bar in Brooklyn?
Yeah, I like Brooklyn Social. It's right on the corner of my house. It's probably the closest part of my house, so it's my favorite.
Nice.
It's right on Smith Street in Carroll Gardens where I live.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
great. It's fancy like an old speakeasy.
There's a lot of great bars.
Yeah, Brooklyn has a lot of bars.
Yeah.
I play a lot in Brooklyn.
Yeah,
Yeah, because they let me.
Yeah,
And
there's-
Otto Shrunken Head, of course, lets me too.
there's a lot of bars.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing.
That's a good thing. So, do you have a skeleton in your closet
I was
for
afraid
us?
of this question. I was dreading it all week.
You get zucchini
I
bread.
know, the zucchini bread's really
looks
tempting,
really
and I
good.
wish I'd made out with one of the Backstreet Boys roadies today.
Ah.
That's what I was going to say. But the truth of the matter is, my skeletons need to stay in my closet as an educator
All right, well,
and a
it doesn't-
parent.
that's
it
true.
costs me, my
Yeah,
marriage
well, we don't want
and
anything
job.
like that to happen.
Yeah,
but
so
what
I'm
about
okay.
a story when you were like 5?
Mm.
Did you ever like, do anything silly in the playground, or
Do you have amnesty as a child?
did you ever like, I don't know, walk the wrong dog, or not come home for dinner at the right time?
I'm pretty clean.
Did you go
I
to
gotta say.
camp?
No, I never went to camp.
What happened in boarding school?
Good things. I mean, kids are sort of free. It's sort of like, felt like being at college a lot.
Was it like Dead Poet Society?
I thought I was surprised by how much freedom we had there. A lot of things you could do, how you could sneak out of the dorms and do things like that. I was
There
really
you go.
surprised.
Where'd you sneak out to?
There was a golf course nearby, so we'd go to all the golf course and hang out and party. I never did it, but people.
No, not you. Of course
Yeah.
not. Well, you can have
No.
some zucchini bread anyway.
Well, thank you. I appreciate
Of course
that.
you can. And do you have a website? How do people
Yeah.
find it? This book sounds really, really
Yeah,
good.
that book's available pretty
I
much
wanna
everywhere.
read it.
I know.
You can get it. It's got some really wonderful reviews. One of the things that I'm most proud about this book is that Publishers Weekly reviewed it and says that it reads like Raymond Chandler taking dictation from Walt Whitman.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's huge.
Which I would tattoo that on my body if I could fit it somewhere. I think it was fun.
You could fit it on your back.
Yeah, probably could.
Yeah.
That was probably the best compliment I could ever imagine.
That's
So
huge.
my great
Are you
Chandler.
working on a new book now?
I have a novella at work. It's sort of a in the noir realm. It's sort of reminiscent of like Get Shorty, sort of a funnish noir, a
yeah.
little more commercial. I don't think I have another literary novel in me right now. Until someone greenlights a sequel to this, then I'll be happy to write.
I think we need a 21st century Thin Man.
I think it's a great
Let's
idea.
bring back Nick Charles and Nora.
Sounds wonderful.
So,
Yes, this book can be found anywhere. It's on Amazon, Barnes and Noble.
Right.
It's in all the bookstores, in national bookstores, independent bookstores.
and the other one too?
The other one's always found at my website or through Amazon.
Oh,
The Domino
okay.
Effect is on Amazon or my website, which is AnDrewCoTTo.com.
Right.
I have Facebook page, of course, which is AnDrewCoTTo /author. I have Twitter at AnDrewCoTTo. I
Right.
have, this is what my life is. This is all I do.
I know.
Yeah, I know you do
We
a lot
all
of
do
stuff.
it. We all
I
do
don't
it.
know. I feel like my wife's like a Twitter widow.
But you go out, right?
Out of the house?
You go to the Brooklyn Social.
Yeah, I go out, yeah. Just like give
The
away
most
from my...
influential.
What did you-
What do I do when I go out? I take my phone out and send tweets.
What do you think of Hemingway?
I love him. I
Do
know
you
that.
have a favorite writer?
A favorite writer? I like a lot of the sort of the contemporary, literary noir writers like Dennis Lehane and Richard Price. I like them a lot. I think what they're doing is amazing. Dennis Johnson, I like.
Do you read a lot?
Oh, yeah. Well, I teach composition and creative writing and
Right.
literature classes. I'm about to do a beat class at St. Francis College this fall.
Good for
I'm looking
you.
forward to- I'm knee deep in the beat writers, and I think I'm gonna.
Like who?
Well, it's Kerouac and Ginsberg.
I mean,
Yeah,
course,
I have Allen
yeah.
Ginsberg's
Yeah.
birthday, so I always feel lucky.
But I'm
On
also
the road.
I also just read Patti Smith's book. I want to teach that as well, sort of so we know that came in was sort of
Did
inspired
you like
by
it? It's
that.
a good book.
I loved it.
Yeah.
We have the same literary agency, and I was intrigued by the book from its inception, and I just got around to reading it.
Right.
And I loved it. I thought,
Yeah.
I thought it was really poetic and beautifully crafted.
There is kind of a beat generation going on right now.
Yeah?
I think so. That's what I see out there.
David Peele.
Oh, David.
I love him.
Yeah.
I love the idea of movements, of collective. I teach the Harlem Renaissance a lot, things like that. I like, sort of clusters of artists working together. I was intrigued by what Chris was saying about how they're trying to sort of bring back
Yes.
this rock and roll thing to New York. And I was sort of envious of his ability to sort of be within a group of like-minded
Right,
artists.
yeah.
It can be very lonely.
We're trying to do that here too.
I think
Exactly,
it's
because
really-
we support people that have passion, and basically everyone does. It's
Agree.
just to discover it. I
Yeah.
think a lot of people are more alike than they even realize.
All the arts, I think, right now are in a redefinition period.
Oh yeah, I'm greatly concerned about the arts right now. The
So
novella
what
I'm
would,
working on
if
this
you,
gets
if you
short.
had like one little magic wand to put out there for kids and for people about writing and art, what would it be?
I think it's anyone who wants to create art has to spend the majority of their time immersed in it. A lot of people want to be artists. They want to write novels. They want to create songs and get in bands, and they just talk about it and talk about it. But you got to throw yourself in there. It's going to suck at first. You're going to be bad at it. You're
You
gonna
have
write
to
a lot
live
of
some
crap.
life, right? You have
Yeah,
to live some life.
Yeah,
Some real life out
yeah,
there.
I agree. You
Some
got to
some
really
pain,
You gotta suffer a
bleed.
little bit.
You have to
know?
bleed
You're
a
gonna
little bit,
write
right?
terrible stories. You're gonna play gigs and no one comes. You're gonna
Yeah.
make paintings
Yeah,
and no one
tell
wants
me
to buy.
about it.
You're gonna tell jokes and no one laughs at. But you have to endure it. And by that process of enduring it, I think that's what makes you an artist.
Good for you.
Sure.
So one more time, Outer Borough Blues. I'm going to read this book,
Sure.
and thank you so much. Do you have any last shout-outs?
My kids are watching, I think. So
Hi, guys.
if they are watching, hi guys.
He behaved himself very
Yes,
well.
ain't no skeletons.
We're going to
Nice
talk when the
dad.
camera
He has
goes
no
off.
skeletons.
All right. How
I
old
like
are
it
your
very
kids?
I have a 10-year-old daughter and a 6-year-old son.
Aw, good for you.
Terrific.
Good for you. Were they nice on Father's Day?
They're always nice.
Yeah. What
I'm
did
very
you get
lucky
for
guy.
Father's Day?
Love.
Yeah,
I
there
gotta
you
love.
go. There you go.
All you
there
need
you
is
go.
love.
Oh,
Bucket
that's
love.
it. That's enough.
And
There's the
hey,
skeleton.
Danny Thomas
Yeah.
is Lebanese.
Yeah. You learn a lot on our show. You never knew that? Oh, there you
I know
go.
he
Make
is.
room for Daddy.
Yeah.
Here you are. All right. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me. It's been a
Thank
pleasure.
you. We'll be back. We'll be back with some magic.
Woo!
Share yours with me.